Hello, this is Bob Jackson. I'm the K-12 Educational Liaison with the PRISM project here at Rose-Hulman. I've been making these informational videos on some Moodle applications this fall. This one is going to be on some quiz question types, in which I'm going to do essay questions and matching. Show you how to create them and add them to a quiz activity. Okay, now then, if this is the first one you've watched, I have several informational videos on Moodle applications made at this time, and I'll show you how to access each and every one of them. Okay, when you come onto the PRISM website, roseprism.org, and you sign in, and actually you don't have to sign in to get to this. Okay, you're going to come to this block over here on the right hand side where it says Help and Extras. Click on Videos and Tutorials, and you will see the videos right here. Okay, I've made informational videos on an introduction to just like how to go setting up your first course, to some course authoring type principles and how you go about setting that course up and authoring it yourself, because it is your own course, and some things for you to consider, to some games, to the lesson activity, okay, which some will use for mastery learning to create a little better engagement with students, the external tool, and then I go into the quiz activity, and then the different types of quiz questions that of course you can make and use them for whatever level of assessment, whether it be a quiz, a unit exam, or a final exam. Okay, that'd be your choice. Okay, so please take a look at some of the videos. If you need some help with some of your Moodle applications, give me some comments, some feedback, and if you would be interested in making your own video, I would put yours here also if you're doing some neat stuff with Moodle that you think others should know about. Okay, so let's go back. Okay, I'm going to take you to my chemistry. I want to take you to my chemistry course, and as I've said, I'm going to do informational video on showing you how to create an essay question and how to create a matching question, just to show you how to do it. So I'm on my chemistry course. I'm going to come down to the quiz activity, okay, and I'm going to go into it. Now remember, you can go into your menu over here on the left. If you don't have the Boost theme set up, you don't have this type of menu here, but you will see a course administration block that if you come down in it, you can access through the quiz, or through the question bank. You click on it and it'll open it up, and you'll be able to add and edit questions there. Okay, if you click on if you create a quiz activity and you start adding questions to it, you're going to do it like I'm going to do here. If you have a course with the Boost theme and you want to access it to the question bank, you will come up to the edit icon up here, the gear icon here, click on it, go to more, and then click on questions. Okay, and that's where you get in. You'll go to whichever category of questions you want to work with adding questions into, and then you can go at it there. Okay, what I'm showing you on this one though is I was going to show you adding it to a quiz activity. So this is like we've created a quiz activity, now we're going to add questions to it. Okay, so I click on it. Okay, I see here, if it's the very first time you do this, and very first question you're going to add, you'll see it's going to say add questions here rather than preview the quiz. Don't worry about previewing the quiz. Come over here to the edit icon over here on the side, the gear icon, click on it, and then go to edit quiz, not edit settings, but edit quiz. Okay, and then when this opens up, then you're into your questions, okay, for this quiz activity. These are some that I've already made up, which are the true, false, multiple choice, short answer, and numerical. Okay, so now then, I'm going to go to add. Now I can click on either one of these adds. If I click on these, it's going to add it in between these other questions. If I come out down here to the last one, it'll put the question below those. But you can move them around as you want to. Okay, now then, I go new question. Then I said I'm going to do essay and matching. So I'm going to do essay, click on essay, click add. And then you want to be sure the first thing you do whenever you're doing your questions, you should be making sure you put your questions with the correct categories. Because if you get to where you have a whole lot of different questions in your courses and you have more than one course on Moodle, then you want your questions organized relative to categories. Okay, they can be categories in the classes, and then even subcategories to where you put them into your different units. It's up to you to keep that organization. So you will have a drop-down menu here where you can select it. Okay, I'm going to leave it on General Chemistry 60. Question name. This does not appear to students. You just put something general in it. You can use it to organize the questions in your question bank. So I'm making this Q1.4. You can put a name there, a name of a unit like stoichiometry or atomic structure or whatever your course is. You could put whatever you want there that help you. Like you go atomic structure Q1, and that's showing you that your organization with your questions. Okay, and then question text you're going to put here in this box. Now then, you can put in, even though it says a question, you can put video clips, you can put pictures and images, you can put links to URLs. Okay, that you could jumpstart an essay question by putting a video clip in there, or an image or a map or something for them to talk about. Okay, and then you're going to put your question in here. I'm going to put something like explain how a wet cell battery works. Okay, if you want to be sure to define the terms cathode, anode, and salt bridge, and discuss the functions of each. Okay, so that's my essay question. Okay, you can set your default points. Like my essays, I always like to make them more major points, so I'll make them worth 10 points. General feedback. This is where you can give an explanation if you want to of what your essay question was, and a pretty thorough answer or whatever you can put in here that they would get as feedback when they're done with the test. Okay, now that feedback will come to them based on what you select on the quiz activity itself, whether it's deferred till after everyone's taken and all attempts, or whether that student's getting it when they're completed. Okay, with the quiz. Okay, ID numbers, some are using that by putting numbers in here to also help with the organization of a number of their questions and their categories. Okay, I'm not using it. Okay, response options. This is how you're going to get your students answering. The responses where they're giving their answers to you. Okay, so now then, you can use the HTML editor where it's going to give them a box just like this one right here. Okay, and they'll also get the menu that they could put all the different things in. Also, they could put images, they could put URL links, they could put all kinds of items in their answer. Okay, you can put an HTML box, and they can pick files, their own files to submit with that. Okay, plain text where they're not going to be able to do all the different editing capabilities, just what they write. Okay, it's where you can start limiting to what extent they can answer. Okay, and then you can go all the way to no online text. If you select that, then you're going to come down here and be selecting allow attachments, and you can say how many. Okay, and then here require attachments. Like here it's saying attachments are optional, which you'd probably have with your online text that you're doing up here, or if you're using HTML box. Then if you want them to require one attachment, that you want them to submitting it to you in Word or a PDF file or something like that, then you'd put one. Okay, but if there's more than one, you can select those here also. Okay, and then you can even go a step further where you go to the accepted file types, and this is where you can choose then your different file types, from spreadsheet files to word processing, your Word applications. I mean, there's a whole host of them. If you want it, like there's even audio files. Okay, but if you want to limit what they can submit, then you're going to do it here. Okay, like most of the time, probably most of you are going to do this one right here. Okay, document files. Okay, and then it's your choice if you want to do any of the rest of them. Okay, so I did select that, right? Document files. Nope, I didn't. Okay, I had to go and I had to click Save Changes. Okay, so it's saying docs. Okay, so then each of these, which is most of your Word documents and so forth, and PDFs. Okay, then I have that. And then grader information, if you got someone grading for you, which most K through 12 teachers don't, you can put some information in here, some bullets, some information, the main points that they should be putting in, or possibly even your grading rubric. Okay, could go there. Okay, for essay questions. Then you just go Save Changes, and that question's made. If you take a look at it, then if you take a look at it, if you click on this, then, well, I'm not clicking on it right. If you click over here, I'm sorry, I was clicking in the wrong place. You click over here on the right, you can preview it, and you see here's where they can answer this question. Now, I had it that they bring their own file, so they're not getting an HTML box to answer the question. They'll be able to upload their own file here. And then there's a nice, neat grading platform for you to do that on Moodle. And some of you I know are familiar with that. Okay, just like an assignment being submitted to you. Okay. Okay, that's essay question. Now we're going to go to matching. Okay, so I'm going to go to Add New Question. I'm going to select Matching. Okay, and then I go to Add. Okay, now then matching, the same thing you're going to do. You're going to do the same steps on all the different types of questions. Make sure you put it in the category that you want. Okay, in which I was going to keep this one in my general chemistry. Okay, but you want to make sure you put in the question in the right category. I'm going to go question 1.5. How you do that's up to you. Like I've said, you could make the name of a unit and then a number with it, and that gives you the question number it is in that given unit. And then you're going to go question text here. Okay, now then I got a question in mind here. Okay, match the following lab apparatus. I can't even type. Apparatuses or glassware to the appropriate term. Okay, it's just where I'm having them identify some lab items. Okay, now then, when you take a look at this, okay, you have, since it's matching, on matching, you're going to have a question, you're going to have an answer. Okay, you're going to have a question and you're going to have an answer. Okay, now then, I'm going to do this a little bit different. Most of you would probably, your question will be a term, and then your answer will be a term. I'm going to do it a little bit different in that I'm going to put some images in. Okay, so I'm going to get them from I was going to drag and drop them, but I think I'll show you this way, because a lot of you probably have to go through this way. You can drag and drop them on. Okay, so I've got some here, so I'm going to go here. I've got a fume hood. Okay, I chose that file. I'm uploading it. Okay, the size I've already adjusted. I kind of cheated on some of these. Okay, if these numbers are up in the thousands or in the big hundreds, you're probably going to want to resize them, but you'll see when you put them in. Okay, this will not, students will not see, but this is a way to identify these images for yourself. Okay, and I go to save image. Okay, now that image went in this box. Okay, that's a fume hood, so I'm going to put the answer here, fume hood. Okay, now I go to my next term. Okay, I'm going to grab me an image off my computer. Okay, what I don't like about it is dragging and dropping, which I'm starting to do there, is the sizing. You have to end up resizing it anyway, so I find it about as easy just to do this. Okay, I'm going to go to a hot plate, got the file, I'm going to upload the file. Alright, now then this one is way too big. Okay, see how big that is? Okay, so I'm going to resize it. I'm going to like 150 to that. Okay, that's a reasonable size. Okay, first it was like 1500 or whatever by whatever the other number was. I resized it. Then I go save image. Okay, whoop, I didn't give it a name. Okay, and then I go save image. Okay, and you see it's not a bad size. Okay, and I'm going to go hot plate. Okay, and then I go to my next term. Okay, I'm going to get me another item. Okay, get me a Bunsen burner. Okay, upload this file. Okay, that's probably not too bad. You want decent enough, if you're going to put images in, you want them decent enough that the students can see them. Okay, Bunsen burner. Now realize I'm not putting answers in here. This is for the image identification on Moodle. We're saving that file for you. Okay, you're going to still have to type in a answer. Okay, so Bunsen burner. Okay, now then, of course you could put just terms if you wanted to, and have them match terms or definitions or what have you. I just thought I'd make this a little different by showing you how you can put some images in. Okay, that's probably enough for showing you this. Okay, combined feedback is where you can give for any correct response. You can give whatever statement you want, show them some emojis and make happy faces or whatever on it. Okay, for incorrect responses, then you can put emojis in or whatever term you want, even partially correct ones. Okay, and I don't know that on this really you're going to have on matching. I don't know of anyone really getting partially correct on them at all. Okay, and then I forgot one here. Okay, here the default points. Okay, it's for the overall question. So if you want each thing they match worth, that's up to you put in here. So I'm putting 3. Okay, I had 3 items, I think. Yeah. Okay, and then multiple tries. That's where you can put your penalty factor in. Okay, they get a third off, and you can change this to what you want. The way this one's set up by default, with each attempt they're losing a third of a point. So after 3 attempts they've lost all the points. Okay, if you leave that setting. Okay, then that's it. I mean, I've got the question set up. I got all the things I need in for it. Then I go save changes, and then here's the question down here. Whoop! I didn't spell that right. So I need to go in there, show you how you can go back into editing. You click on this. That was supposed to say match. Okay, and I go save changes. Okay, now then, I have that question done. I want to preview it. I can open it up right there, and right there's what those questions look like. Now, it does look like really that Bunsen burner is way out of proportion to the others. So let's go in and let's resize that. Okay, and I will show you how you can do that. And that's one thing you want to be able to do when you do the questions like this. Preview them, particularly when you put pictures in and so forth, so you see stuff like that. Okay, so I come here, I'm going to click on that image. Okay, I double click on it. It will open up. Okay, 334 by 445 was way too big. Let's take it down to like 150. Okay, and I'm guessing it'll probably look better at that. Okay, and then more in the proportion with the other images on the question. Okay, so here I am on this one. I'm going to preview it again. Now then, that looks pretty decent. Okay, so the matching questions, then I have my image, and then I have my choices here. Okay, Bunsen burner, hot plate, fume hood. Okay, that's it. That's those two types of questions. That kind of wraps up this session. Please, if you have questions, comments, feedback, please let me know. And also, if you'd like to do some videos of your own and submit to us, we'd like to have that too. That's a wrap. Have a good week at school.